Sorry. Turn it off. No fun will be had.
I don't like you anymore. You've changed, man. You've changed. Man. I don't know how TikTok works.
Welcome, Internet, to the off-panel, off-topic channel. God, we should have named the YouTube channel off-panel, off-channel.
Off-panel, off-channel, off-top air.
Anyway, this is a special video because this broke after we recorded our episode. Otherwise, we probably would have talked about it during
I couldn't
that
fucking
episode.
believe it. My first thought was Scarlett Johansson. Are you out of your fucking
Save
mind?
it for the podcast. Don't do your breaking news things until after you know our record schedule. It's that simple. And I don't want to.
Oh, you're talking to them.
Yeah.
I think you're talking to me. Sometimes he gets mad, and I'm
No,
like,
I'm mad
I
at
just
Disney.
assume it's me.
They should know that
'Cause
we're struggling podcasts.
Yeah.
We're scrappy young guys.
Yeah, I don't know
And-
about scrappy. I'm
Anyway.
not young.
So hopefully you've listened to the podcast and you understand that we get off topic, hence the name of the channel. I mean, off panel, off topic.
I
It
think you're
says
just
it.
gonna say we get off. I'm like, that's weird.
What the fuck, man?
See, off topic.
So Scarlett Johansson is suing Disney because it wasn't in her contract that
The movie
it would
was
go
released,
streaming.
Yeah.
This simultaneously with its theatrical release. She was promised a theatrical only release, so I think she's just trying to get her residuals for it. So this broke yesterday. Again, after we recorded our episode. So, what do you think, Tyler? We're gonna go into. I'm gonna look more into detail on this to make sure we have all the specifics right.
Yeah.
But just looking at it broadly, what do you think about this whole?
Here's how it goes. It should be fair if ScarJo, if she signed up for like residuals of the movie box office, Disney should be fair and say, hey, you know, we delayed it for this long, and then we did it simultaneously on streaming, and include the Disney Plus
and
Premier Access costs,
yeah,
and use that as box office receipts.
The problem,
add those in.
Well, the problem with this movie
They won't because they're a corporation and they suck.
Well, the problem with this whole thing is this whole release is the movie came out at the wrong time,
Right.
and you know, especially when canonically we already know
I went
how
and
she
saw it in the
dies.
theater. Did you go see it in the
I
theater?
did see it in the theater.
And my ticket was like $5. Okay, now listen, if you wanted to get it on Disney Plus Premier Access, that's $30 fucking dollars. So yeah, I would be pissed too. Like, hey, wait a second, I don't get a cut of that $30 everybody spent.
Yeah.
Now, granted, $30 could mean that 8 people are watching it together in one home.
Yeah. So the lawsuit was filed Thursday in Los Angeles Superior Court. Johansson's legal team alleges that the star's contract was breached when the studio streamed the movie at the same time as its theatrical release.
Yeah.
And another thing that what I was trying to say before you steamrolled me. No, I'm kidding. But yes,
Steamroller.
the movie came out too late. The stakes were so much lower because we know how she dies. The only time I felt any sort of stakes was with Yolinda. Is it?
Yelena Belova.
Yelena. Why did I say Yolinda?
I didn't because I knew she was going to I knew she was going to continue as.
Well, I didn't
Black
think they
Widow
were going to do
moving
the Black
forward.
Widow thing. But anyway, I think there's multiple reasons why that movie probably wasn't as successful as other Marvel movies.
Can I tell you how
Johansson's-
I felt? Go aahead. Finish your.
Well, what we feel about it is irrelevant because
I want you to finish where you're. But
the
I just
movie's
wanna
old.
Add something when you're done.
Johansson's attorneys said that this affected ticket sales of the movie's theatrical release, thus impacting the star's compensation, which they say was tied to Black Widow's box office performance.
Mm-hmm. Yep. They're basically saying the Disney Plus Premier Access is not part of that. The lawyers are looking at it, poring over every word, and going, "Haha, we don't owe you any money for that." And she's like, "Bullshit." That's
Yeah.
where the fight is, dude.
So Disney responded to the lawsuit. Or no, this is still Scarlett Johansson's attorney. I want to get this clear. Quote, Disney intentionally induced Marvel's breach of contract agreement without justification in order to prevent Miss Johansson from realizing the full benefit of her bargain with Marvel. So, yeah. It did break pandemic records. There's that. Now I'm trying to find Disney's response to this response.
That movie
to this.
broke records that couldn't have been more than 18 months old. Wow. That's fucking amazing.
So Disney says there is no merit whatsoever to this filing. The lawsuit is especially sad and distressing in its callous disregard for the horrific and prolonged global effects of the COVID-19 pandemic. First of all, Disney, fuck yourself. I'm sorry. You are a giant fucking corporation, and you are who, by the way, kept your parks open during a pandemic. So fuck you. You don't get to throw in COVID-19 as an excuse for the movie's shitty performance.
Yeah, fuck you. Did you see I was pantomiming right next to you? I was going to kick
Yeah.
some ass, dude. Like this?
Yeah, I'm gonna just crop you out of the video. I don't.
That's not very
I don't
nice.
find that funny.
You're a dick. Okay, so let me just tell you, you were talking about the stakes and stuff, and I did not go into that movie with any sort of stakes in mind. In fact, I knew that I was going to go into the movie and learn a lot more about a character that was woefully underused during her time when she was alive in the MCU. Now, yes, she had some moments. Of course, I think every one of the original Avengers, those 6 that were in the Avengers, except for, Hawkeye and Infinity War, I think every one of them had their moments in those 2 movies.
Yeah.
And in different parts of the series. But I wanted to know more. I wanted to see a Black Widow movie. And it did kind of stink that we got one after she's canonically dead. But now with Loki going on and everything, I mean, who's to say she really is dead? I mean, she might be in the MCU's universe, but they're going to bring in like the Ultimates, which is just going to suck unless they somehow bring the Maker, Reed Richards.
I have one more quote from Disney.
I just went deep on your ass.
Quote, Disney has fully complied with Miss Johansson's contract, and furthermore, the release of Black Widow on Disney Plus with Premier Access has significantly enhanced her ability to earn additional compensation on top of the $20 million she has received to date.
Okay, so wait. So what they're saying is that the residuals from the Disney premiere are part of her compensation. Mm-hmm. So I'm sorry, but this is a white.
Well, it's kind of a weak argument from.
I just want to say,
lawsuit.
ScarJo, like I don't know anything about your situation because I just don't. But I'm willing to bet that you have enough money, and I'm willing to bet. Now, this is a in principle thing. I guarantee it. Her agents and lawyers were like, "You have to fight back on this, or you'll always get screwed." For the rest of
on the flip side of that, Disney has to be held accountable. And
that's what I'm saying is,
when someone says, like, when their response to you saying, "Hey, you breached my contract," their response is being, "Well,
no, we didn't.
COVID."
Oh yeah.
Like they didn't. They just said, "Well, this is bullshit," and it's sad that she's doing this and COVID.
Well, that's why I don't want to come down on Disney Plus's side. I don't, and I'm not really going to. I'm just saying, like.
Legally,
from
it might be
a poor
flimsy.
person's perspective, fuck all y'all. Okay, really, y'all should be giving a lot of that money back to the fucking community. But as a fan, you know what? I want Scarlett Johansson to get the money she's owed. And yes, Disney is, whether you like it or not, an evil corporation. And I know you're like, oh, look at these socialist fuckers. No, look, all corporations are inherently built to get the most out of people without proper compensation. That's how corporations are successful. That's why Disney is successful, because they rode on the backs of all these animators and everything that were never even credited for their work over the years.
Yeah. So
same thing is happening here. Her agents and lawyers said if we let this slide, they're going to screw over somebody else.
If they could do it to her, who is a big name, they could do it to anybody.
Or they're going to screw you again.
Yeah, whatever.
So either way, it's a legal thing that we probably don't even.
I tend to think that, again,
we're not gonna.
If you can honestly say, hey, we're suing you because you didn't pay me, and if you go, well, there's a pandemic.
That's bullshit.
Now, if they were to give her residuals like they're claiming they do, I guess is what they're trying to imply is like, hey, this made more money because of Disney Plus premiere, so that's going to help you. I don't know how this. I honestly don't know how streaming residuals work. Right. I don't understand all that.
And I don't know.
And I don't honestly think SAG or any of them have that worked out. Because
I don't think they have anything like that. I think you literally just have to have a card to work.
No, but what I'm saying is,
I
like,
don't think
even
they have any power.
even music licensing, they let that go, and they change music all the time and edit things. So
Yeah.
I'm saying that even then, we don't know how the streaming works.
Well, I don't know, and I'm not a lawyer, but I can say that sometimes lawsuits are brought simply to see to get the other party to be transparent. So when you sue somebody, the other lawyers have to give the disclosure stuff. They have to give all their information to you. You give all the right. That's how you do it. That's how the law works. So it may very well be that her lawyers and agents are saying, look, we're going to do this so that we can see a full reporting of the money that's been made off this movie, because we feel like Disney is not telling us the whole truth. It may not even be a lawsuit to get money. It may just be like, we just want to see your books and you're not showing them to us. You know what I mean? It could very well be that. I don't know. But, more power to you, Scarlett. And Disney, man, fucking shame on you, dude. Still going to go see your movies, though.
So, like, comment, subscribe, all that shit that you do on YouTube. What do you think? Who's in the right here? Is it Disney? Is it ScarJo? What do you think? Comment below.
What do you think of my mustache?
Yeah. Stop. All right.
We're about the fucking board. You don't want to use it? Okay, sorry.
Hey, man, let's go. Let's do the video. Let's go, go, go. And then when we do, who's the one fucking it up?
This guy.